Homer's The Iliad, translated by Samuel Butler. Sing, O goddess, the anger of Achilles, son of Peleus, that brought countless ills upon the Achaeans. For so were the counsels of Jove fulfilled from the day on which the son of Atreus, king of men, and great Achilles first fell out with one another. And which of the gods was it that set them on to quarrel? It was the son of Jove in Leto, for he was angry with the king and sent a pestilence upon the host to plague the people, because the son of Atreus had dishonored Chryses his priest. Now Chryses had come to the ships of the Achaeans to free his daughter, and had brought with him a great ransom. Moreover, he bore in his hand the scepter of Apollo, wreathed with the suppliant's wreath, and he besought the Achaeans, but most of all, the two sons of Atreus, who were their chiefs. "Sons of Atreus," he cried, "and all other Achaeans, may the gods who dwell in Olympus grant you to sack the city of Priam, and to reach your homes in safety. But free my daughter, and accept a ransom for her, in reverence to Apollo, son of Jove." On this, the rest of the Achaeans with one voice were for respecting the priest and taking the ransom that he offered. But not so Agamemnon, who spoke fiercely to him and sent him roughly away. "Old man," said he, "let me not find you towering about our ships, nor yet coming hereafter. Your scepter of the god and your reach shall profit you nothing. I will not free her. She shall grow old in my house at Argos, far from my own home, busying herself with her loom and visiting my couch. So go, and do not provoke me, or it shall be worse for you." The old man feared him and obeyed. Not a word he spoke, but went by the shore of the sounding sea, and prayed apart to King Apollo, whom lovely Leto had borne. "Hear me," he cried, "O God of the silver bow, that protect this grassy and holy Scylla and rulest Tenedos with thy might. Hear me, O thou of strength, if I have ever decked your temple with garlands or burned your thigh bones in fat of bulls or goats. Grant my prayer, and let your arrows avenge these my tears upon the Danont." Thus did he pray, and Apollo heard his prayer. He came down furious from the summits of Olympus, with his bow and his quiver upon his shoulder, and the arrows rattled on his back with the rage that trembled within him. He sat himself down away from the ships, with a face as dark as night, and his silver bow rang with death as he shot his arrow in the midst of them. First he smote their mules and their hounds, but presently he aimed his shafts at the people themselves, and all day long the pyres of the dead were burning. For 9 whole days he shot his arrows among the people, but upon the 10th day Achilles called them into assembly, moved thereto by Juno, who saw the Achaeans in their death throes and had compassion upon them. Then, when they were got together, he rose and spoke among them.
"Son of Atreus,"
said he,
"I deem that we should now turn roving home if we would escape destruction, for we are being cut down by war and pestilence at once. Let us ask some priest or prophet or some reader of dreams, for dreams too are of Jove. Who can tell us why Phoebus Apollo is so angry, and say whether it is for some vow that we have broken, or hecatomb that we have not offered, and whether he will accept the savor of lambs and goats without blemish, so as to take away the plague from us?"
With these words he sat down, and Calchas, son of Thestor, wise of Argos, who knew things past, present, and to come, rose to speak. He it was who had guided the Achaeans with their fleet to Ilios, through the prophesyings with which Phoebus Apollo had inspired him. With all sincerity and goodwill, he addressed them thus: "Achilles, loved of heaven, you bid me tell you about the anger of King Apollo. I will therefore do so, consider first and swear that you will stand by me heartily in word and deed. For I know that I shall offend one who rules the Argives with might, to whom all the Achaeans are in subjection. A plain man cannot stand against the anger of a king, who, if he swallow his displeasure now, will yet nurse revenge till he has wreaked it. Consider therefore whether or no you will protect me.
Fear not, but speak as it is borne in upon you from heaven. For by Apollo Calchas, to whom you pray, and whose oracles you reveal to us, not a Dananar shape shall lay its hand upon you, while I yet live to look upon the face of the earth. No, not though you name Agamemnon himself, who is by far the foremost of the Achaeans.
Thereon the seer spoke boldly. The god, he said, is hungry, neither about vow nor hecatomb, but for his priest's sake, whom Agamemnon has dishonored, in that he would not free his daughter, nor take a ransom for her. Therefore has he sent these evils upon us, and will yet send others. He will not deliver the Danaans from this pestilence, till Agamemnon has restored the girl without fee or ransom to her father, and has sent a holy hecatomb to Chryse. Thus we may perhaps appease him. With these words he sat down, and Agamemnon rose in anger. His heart was black with rage, and his eyes flashed fire as he scowled on Calchas and said, Seer of evil, you never yet prophesy smooth things concerning me, but have ever loved to foretell that which is evil. You have brought me neither comfort nor performance, and now you come singing among the nuns and saying that Apollo has plagued us because I will not take a ransom for this girl, the daughter of Chryses. I've set my heart on keeping her in my own house, for I love her better even than my own wife Clytemnestra, whose peer she is alike in form and feature, in understanding and accomplishments. Still, I will give her up if I must. For I would have the people live and not die. But you must find me a prize instead, or I alone among the Argives shall be without one. This is not well. For you behold, all of you, that my prize is to go elsewhither. And Achilles answered,
Most noble son of Atreus, covetous beyond all mankind, how shall the Achaeans find you another prize? We have no common store from which to take one. Those we took from the cities have been awarded. We cannot disallow the awards that have been made already. Give this girl, therefore, to the god, and if ever Jove grants us to sack the city of Troy, we will requite you 3 and 4-fold.
Then Agamemnon said, Achilles, valiant though you be, you shall not thus outwit me. You shall not overreach, and you shall not persuade me. Are you to keep your own prize? Why sit tamely under my laws and give up the girl at your bidding? Let the Achaeans find me a prize in fair exchange for my liking. Or I'll come and take your own, or that of Ajax, or of Ulysses, and he to whomsoever I may come shall rule my coming. But of this we will take thought hereafter. For the present, let us draw a ship into the sea and find a crew for her expressly. Let us put a hecatomb on board, and let us send Chryseis also further. Let some chief man among us be in command, either Ajax or Idomeneus, or yourself, son of Peleus, mighty warrior that you are, that we may offer sacrifice and appease the anger of the god. Achilles scowled at him and answered,
You are steeped in insolence and lust of gain. With what heart can any of the Achaeans do your bidding, either on foray or on open fighting? I came not warring here for any ill the Trojans had done me. I have no quarrel with them. They have not raided my cattle nor my horses, nor cut down my harvest on the rich plains of Phthia. For between me and them there was a great space, both mountain and sounding sea. We have followed you, Sir Insolence, for your pleasure, not ours, to gain satisfaction from the Trojans for your shameless self and for Menelaus. You forget this, and threaten to rob me of the prize for which I have toiled, and which the sons of the Achaeans have given me. Never when the Achaeans sack any rich city of the Trojans do I receive so good a prize as you do, though it is my hands that do the better part of the fighting. When the sharing comes, your share is far the largest, and I, forsooth, must go back to my ships, take what I can get, and be thankful when my labor of fighting is done. Now, therefore, I shall go back to Phthia. It will be much better for me to return home with my ships, for I will not stay here in dishonor to gather gold and some just for you.
And Agamemnon answered, Fly if you will. I shall make you no prayers to stay you. I have others here who will do me honor, and above all Jove, the Lord of counsel. There's no king here so hateful to me as you are, for you are ever quarrelsome and ill-affected. What though you be brave? Was it not heaven that made you so? Go home then, with your ships and comrades to lord it over the Myrmidons. I care neither for you nor for your anger, and thus will I do. Since Phoebus Apollo is taking Chryseis from me, I shall send her with my ship and my followers, but I shall come to your tent and take your own prize, Chryseis, that you may learn how much stronger I am than you are, and that another may fear to set himself up as equal comparable with me. The son of Peleus was furious, and his heart within his shaggy breast was divided whether to draw his sword, push the others aside, and kill the son of Atreus, or to restrain himself and check his anger. While he was thus in two minds, and was drawing his mighty sword from its scabbard, Minerva came down from heaven, for Juno had sent her in the love she bore to them both, and seized the son of Peleus by his yellow hair, visible to him alone, for of the others no man could see her. Achilles turned in amaze, and by the fire that flashed from her eyes at once knew that she was Minerva.
Why are you here?
Said he.
Daughter of aegis-bearing Jove, to see the pride of Agamemnon, son of Atreus. Let me tell you, and it shall surely be, he shall pay for this insolence with his life.
And Minerva said,
I come from heaven, if you will hear me, to bid you stay your anger. Juno has sent me who cares for both of you alike. Cease then this brawling and do not draw your sword. Swear it if you will, and your ranning will not be vain, for I tell you, and it shall surely be, that you shall hereafter receive gifts 3 times as splendid by reason of his present insult. Hold, therefore, and obey.
Goddess,
answered Achilles,
however angry a man may be, he must do as you two command him. This will be best, for the gods ever hear the praise of him who has obeyed them.
He stayed his hand on the silver hilt of his sword, and thrust it back into the scabbard, as Minerva bade him. Then she went back to Olympus, among the other gods, and to the house of aegis-bearing Jove. But the son of Peleus again began railing at the son of Atreus, for he was still in a rage.
Wine bibber, with the face of a dog and the heart of a hind. You never dare go out with the host in a fight, nor yet with our chosen men in ambuscade. You shun this as you do death itself. You'd rather go around and rob his prizes from any man who contradicts you. You devour your people, for you are king over a feeble folk. Otherwise, son of Atreus, henceforward you would insult no man. Therefore I say, and swear with a great oath. Nay, by this my sceptre, we shall spout neither leaf nor shoot nor bud anew from the day on which it left its parent stem upon the mountains. For the axe stripped it of leaf and bark. And now, the sons of the Achaeans, bear as judges and guardians of the decrees of heaven, shall surely and solemnly do our swear that hereafter they shall look fondly for Achilles, and shall not find him. In the day of your distress, when your men fall dying by the murderous hand of Hector, you shall not know how to help them, and shall rend your heart with rage for the hour when you offer insult to the bravest of the Achaeans.
With this, the son of Peleus dashed his gold-bestudded scepter on the ground and took his seat, while the son of Atreus was beginning fiercely from his place upon the other side. Then uprose smooth-tongued Nestor, the facile speaker of the Parlians, and the words fell from his lips sweeter than honey. 2 generations of men born and bred in Pylos had passed away under his rule, and he was now reigning over the 3rd. With all sincerity and goodwill, therefore, he addressed them thus.
Of a truth,
He said,
a great sorrow has befallen the Achaean land. Surely Priam with his sons will rejoice, and the Trojans be glad at heart if they could hear this quarrel between you two, who are so excellent in fight and counsel. I am older than either of you, therefore be guided by me. Moreover, I have been the familiar friend of men even greater than you are, and they did not disregard my counsels. Never again can I behold such men as Pirithous and Troilus, shepherd of his people, or as Caeneus, Exadius, godlike Polyphemus, and Theseus, son of Aegeus, peer of the immortals. These were the mightiest men ever born upon this earth. And when they fought the fiercest tribes of mountain savages, they utterly overthrew them. I came from distant Pylos and went about among them, for they would have me come, and I fought as it was in me to do. Not a man now living could withstand them, but they heard my words and were persuaded by them. So be it also with yourselves, for this is the more excellent way. Therefore, Agamemnon, though you be strong, take not this girl away, for the sons of the Achaeans have already given her to Achilles. And you, Achilles, strive not further with the king, for no man who by the grace of Jove wields a scepter has like honor with Agamemnon. You are strong, and have a goddess for your mother, but Agamemnon is stronger than you, for he has more people under him. Son of Atreus, check your anger, I implore you. End this quarrel with Achilles, who in the day of battle is a tower of strength to the Achaeans.
And Agamemnon answered, Sir, all that you have said is true, but this fellow must needs become our lord and master. He must be lord of all, king of all, and captain of all, and this shall hardly be. Granted that the gods have made him a great warrior, have they also given him the right to speak with railing? Achilles interrupted him.
I should be a mean coward,
He cried.
were I to give in to you in all things. Are there other people about, not me? For I shall pay no longer. Furthermore, I say, lay my saying into your heart. I shall fight neither you nor any man about this girl. For those that take were those also that gave. But of all else that is at my ship, you shall carry away nothing by force. Try, thou this may see. If you do, my spear shall be written with your blood.
Music by Sascha, Ende, and Rafael, Krux, courtesy of filmmusic.io. The Death of Siegfried, Funeral March Finale by Richard Wagner, courtesy of museopen.org. featuring the voice talents of Daniel Nunez, Lazaro Nunez Kage Surrat. Produced, directed, and edited by the brothers Nunez.